Hello everyone. Today we'll be discussing about the concept of cellular telephony in the networks. Okay, so here the main important aspect in cellular telephony is like when you are set with like, generating an signal from one end to another end, from one moving object to another moving object. You need the concept of cellular telephony. You use the cells which get connected from one end to another end. Okay, cellular telephony, remember the meaning of it is the communication between the two moving objects. Any of the objects which are there in both the ends, they get communicated. It may be a mobile unit or a stationary unit, whatever you consider, but they are said to be the units which get connected from one device to another device. One may be moving, one may be in the same standstill position. That happens in the cellular telephony where they get communicated with each other. So the involvement of cells is there, this involvement of tower is there, you can say a channel is there, involvement of a main station is there, involvement of even the various other units which are there which get communicated. That is it to be important in the cellular telephony. Okay, the various services which are being provided in the service provider are like what happens in the cellular telephony is it locates from where the signal is said to be got, then track the caller from wherever it is there, then that person he has to be given with a channel to assign a call, get a call, then like get communicated to the another end. Okay, when the channel is being assigned or the cell is being assigned, that channel, what does it do? It tracks from the base station to the main station. Okay, from the base station it has to get connected to the main station, from main station where the information is being granted or whatever call it is said to be established, the call is being generated. That happens here through the help of the service provider. Okay, cellular service are divided into multiple cells. Okay, cell, what is a cell? I'll be discussing in the next slide. What does it consist of? Mainly a cell, it contains a antenna and it consists of a base station. Okay, it will be consisting of an antenna and a base station, and even it will be having a main switching center. Okay, when the information is being switched from one cell to another cell, that happens every time. So for switching you need a main switching or a mobile switching center is said to be necessary to get communicate. Okay, so how it works is through this diagram you can come to know a base station, what does it consist of, is an antenna through which it gets connected. Okay, from base station to a various mobile stations whichever are there, those it gets communicated. Okay, mainly a cell, what is it consists of is it consists of a base station and it consists of a mobile service, it will be there. And here this cell, it gets communicated with the mobile switching center, nothing but the switching center from where you get switched from one cell to another cell, and whatever connections you want to establish, it is through the PSTN, nothing but public switch telephone network, through which you get connected to multiple stations and they grant the permission to whether to get connected or not to get connected. Okay, so this is the part of the cellular system which it consists of a cell, MSC, mobile switching center, then you have PSTN, public switched telephone network, and a stationary phone through which you get connect. Okay, so cellular telephony, what does it consist of? A cell. Okay, in that cell, it may not be of a fixed size, it may be changing from one cell to another cell, and mainly the radius of the cell is 1 to 12 miles. Okay, this difference between one cell to another cell is about 1 to 12 miles, it will be there. And the neighboring cell, it may not follow the same frequency. One cell may not have the same frequency as the other cell. The frequency may differ, but the frequency may get repeated. So when you are said to be calling to the same person in the same destination, same area, the cell may get repeated. So that repetition is nothing but the frequency, once again it will not be generated, same frequency can be used. Okay, the communication between the cell to cell, what happens is it may be repeated. Okay, the communication may not be from one person in that area, it may be multiple people, they are said to be getting connected to same area. So at that time the frequency reuse concept may be there. Okay, the set of frequency, why it is not repeated is there are chances of interference. Okay, one frequency may get interfered with the other frequency, so it is not said to be repeated. And as I said, the frequency reuse is nothing but same signals may be generated multiple times. At that time, there is a concept of frequency reuse. Same person may call multiple times to same person, or maybe the people who are staying in that area only get communicated to the other area, which is said to be same one by multiple people. At that time, there are chances of frequency reuse. Okay. So this is the concept of cellular telephony, and you can see how the cellular telephony has the combinations. Okay, it has multiple combinations, multiple cells which get connected to each other, and in this you have a concept of reuse factor of 4 and here reuse factor of 7. This frequency may have used multiple times, same frequency. Here also the same frequency may be used multiple times, so it is called as frequency reuse. Okay, so in the cellular telephony there are three parts mainly. Remember, transmitting, receiving and sending part, it is there. So this transmitting part, mainly what happens in the transmitting part is, first part, the person who wants to call, he enters a phone numbers and he presses the send button. The signal goes to the main switching center, and from main switching center it gets the channel from the BS, that is the base station. So BS is also relied on the main switching center, which switches from one cell to another cell. Okay, the main switching center, what does it do is main central office, whichever nearby, it will be sending the signal to that particular main switching center. Okay, if the party is available, means that person is said to be available. Other end, a connection is being generated and a voice call is generated from that nearby station, and it gets connected and it establishes the connection, and whatever problems are there within that particular area, it makes the signal to get adjusted then and there only. And if any problem is there in that particular cell, it will give the work to the other cell which is said to be nearby. This happens in the transmitting part. Okay, so in the receiving part, when what happens in the receiver part is a telephone central office sends the number to the MSC, the main switching center. The main switching center, it searches for the location nearby of the mobile center. Mobile station nearby, it will be searching for that particular station. Then once it is said to be got, it will be sending a signal and it generates the signal and gives a ringing signal to the other end. Okay, when the signal is being got, a voice channel it will be generated. Okay, in this part you have two parts, one is hard and soft handoff. What happens is, when the signals have been being generated from the beginning, while transmitting, the signal may become weak. So when the signal becomes weak, one cell has to communicate with the other cell, and they give the signal to the cells to each other, making it a stronger signals. So when it is being transferred from one end to another end, there are chances that one cell has to disconnect its part and the other cell has to continue the work. That is your hard handoff. But nowadays it uses the concept of soft handoff. Though new channel is being generated, a new base station is being considered, the previous base station also may remain in the connection. It doesn't get disconnected. That is soft handoff. And another part is there called as roaming in the cellular telephony. Okay, when a person is said to be moving from one area to another area, at that time there are chances of moving from one station to another station and getting connected to the other station, which is outer area. So when it is getting connected to the outer area, though outer area is there, you get the connection and you are said to be speaking with that particular person, whomever it is there. That is said to be the roaming part. So when you are going out of Karnataka and you are moving to Maharashtra, though it is there, you get connected through the help of the roaming concept. You are going somewhere else and you get connected. That is the roaming part. Okay, these and all things are there in the cellular telephony, how it works and what and all considerations are there in the cellular telephony. Main aspect is the base station, the mobile stations or the services, the stand-alone systems or the stand-alone devices which are there which get connected, and you have the main switching center, that is the PSTN, public service telephone network is there, which gives you the connection to multiple service centers and multiple base stations. Okay, so this is the part of cellular telephony. In the next section I will be discussing you about the various generations in cellular telephony. Okay, thank you.